To sum it all up, sometimes you have a coil that only partially works. It's okay to have two coils and double check. Okay, so we're back. We got this fired up last night. All I did was hook up the linkage. So we want this in a neutral position where it's not pulling or pushing on the throttle assembly when it's relaxed, okay? So as long as you get a little bit of movement in there. So I had to dial this back. First I'd take it off, trim it, and then dial it back to get it where I want it. I got to reload the cooling system. So we've done that before in a separate video. So now we can get this thing warmed up, off choke, and then we can adjust idle, mix, and idle adjust, and you know what I mean. Idle mixture screw and idle RPM adjust. How's that? We'll figure out, while that's going on, we'll do something about all these hoses. Figure out what we're gonna do with all that. So here we go, warming up. Really? Really, you fucker? Well, it runs good off a choke. Doesn't like going any lower than that at all. Dude, you're an asshole. So this is the old cable. This is the new cable. We picked this up from Vic Auto. So this is the part that controls the throttle on the cable. And of course it broke off. So I've done this twice. I can't get this off every time it breaks. So if yours is loose, put some WD-40 or something in there to keep it from binding up and breaking. So we had to buy a new tip, but here's the difference, right? So this cable goes back and forth all by itself. See that? This one, nothing, right? I got to use force to get it out. So the throttle assembly's hanging up inside here, which causes issues on drivability. The spring has to overcome the resistance. It's just a mess. So this one is gonna just go easy, right? Even if you bend it 180, see, it just goes back and forth. So new cable, 42-year-old cable, no good. Now, this is easy to install. You slide this through the firewall, this comes out, and it flips up inside a little slot inside the throttle pedal, and you're done. This goes up against the back of the throttle in order to hold it in place. It's going to be really hard for me to show you inside the car because I'm going to be upside down and cussing. So I'm going to throw this on, we're going to hook it up, get this car fired up. Okay, so it just slides into a little slot. And then we're going to bend it around. Nothing fits through the hole. Sorry, I got to move the camera. Nothing fits through the hole. And this goes in here like this. And then this is going to come up like this. Probably going to need this little lock washer nut job thingamajig. That compressor is whisper quiet. So this is a new thing that pops on here instead of the metal one. So now we hook up our linkage. One of these is loose. This one. This is going to sit on here. And this is going to sit here. But you can see, or maybe you can't. So linkage is still long. And we're out of threads. So we got two options. Let me see. See how it pulls the throttle up? Maybe not. So when we put this on, pulls throttle up. We don't want that. We want it completely neutral. So what we gotta do is thread this some more. Let me put this on. We want to give it another turn out. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm stupid. Take this off. So the threads are M5 by something. I can't read the little numbers. Yeah, so now we're good. So we got new throttle cable on. Got our linkage adjusted into a neutral position where we're not manipulating the throttle block. We're not manipulating the butterflies with the linkage, so it's neutral. Really? You're a fucking asshole, dude. So we're gonna start with the after, and then we're gonna turn around and do it over to get to the before, so I can show you what happened. Okay. Throttle linkage is not connected. car is on and running. I bought this because of this car. So we're about 800 RPM, which is where we want to be. So with this doodad, we can also check dwell, voltage, timing, and timing advance. Okay, so I'm going to shoot the timing, and y'all will be able to see this time. So if we look down there, we're right at 10 degrees. Okay. Over here, the timing advance, the vacuum advance is disconnected. Now I'm going to rev it. Well, I can't rev it because I can't touch it. But it took me 2 days to get to this point. So let's back up. I'm going to tell you something and you're not going to believe me, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you look down here, you can see that this coil is not attached. It's just loose. So this is the coil that was on it. This car was running. The car was running with this coil. The car would not idle below 1100 RPM. If it went below 1100 RPM, it died, sputtered, backfired through the carb. I put the timing light on it, got it timed, checked the advance. Advance went up to about 50 degrees, 50. Over and over and over. I readjusted, retimed, readjusted, retimed. Finally, I was at my wit's end. I called Matt up at Vic Auto, and he said, what are you using to power your electric choke? And I said, I found a hotline on the firewall, but before, the guy was running it off of the coil pack. And he said, oh, sometimes that messes up the coil. I'm like, well, I disconnected it. He goes, yeah, but it's messed up anyway. I'm like, but the car's running. You can hear it. He's like, yeah. But you're getting a misfire in there. So I pulled out coil off my shelf, plugged it in, and boom. Now, I know you're saying that's bullshit. And I'm saying it's not. So I'm going to show you it's not bullshit. I didn't believe it either. I was under the opinion that coils fail or work. Nothing in between. This is just a regular old coil from O'Reilly. I don't want to put it there. I want to put it there. This is the coil that was on there. It's a Bosch. They needed it backwards so that the clamp would clamp on it. So we're going to put it in forwards because we're just sitting here. So red goes to minus. Black goes to minus, red goes to plus. And then we're going to fit our little doodads on there. Okay, here we go. Got the bad coil on. Nothing. You don't believe me? Watch this. I didn't adjust the carb. Let me open this door. It's getting kind of smoky in here. isn't it? Now, if we put the timing light on there, I'd have to dial the idle screw all the way up to 1100 to keep it running. Then I could put the timing light on there and rev it up, and the basher would go to like 50 degrees. But now, watch over there. I'm not going to touch that. That was for me fucking with it. Okay. So I didn't touch that. All I'm saying is, if everything else is working, but some things are wrong, like it won't idle, or your timing is off by like 10 degrees, even though you set it 14 times, checked it on number 1, checked it on number 4, took this apart, looked at everything, made sure everything was plugged in right, made sure this wasn't all jacked up inside. Check the coil. You saw the bad coil work. It just wouldn't work below a certain RPM. And at an upper RPM, it was firing crazy. And what Matt said is, sometimes they do that, and so you're getting a double signal. It's firing that plug twice, or it's firing the plug intermittently when it's not supposed to be fired. And so you're getting a double hit, boom, boom, boom. And that's what's messing your timing reading up. So I changed the coil. Everything's good. Now I can finish this car up and get it back to the owner and move on to the next thing. No, I got to put my motorcycle back together. I got that motor back today. When I was talking to Matt, the guys from the motor shop, I'm rambling, sorry, but when I was talking to Matt, the guys from the motor shop said, hey, your Ducati motor's done, come and get it. So now I got tonight, Sunday night, but I'll be drunk, Monday, Tuesday. Let's do that again. Tonight, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. I got 4 days and 5 nights to put the Ducati back together, because I'm going on a motorcycle ride. So this thing will be done tonight. You can pick it up tomorrow or the next day. By the time he sees this video, it'll be over. We can't have this, so now I gotta clean this and paint this and then put everything back together. And we're done. Take it for a test drive, but not at night. Too many deer. So, to sum it all up, Sometimes you have a coil that only partially works. It's okay to have 2 coils and double check. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.